Making the bagels and the peanut butter sandwich for tomorrow, Sunday, November 6th. Meet in Brooklyn, New York.
Whoa, this is heavy. There's that word again, heavy.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rob. First vlog here from underthebar.com. I thought it would be a good opportunity before it gets too late to go over my last meet that happened on November 6th at South Brooklyn Weightlifting Club. So going into the meet, I wanted to be in the 83 class. That's where I normally compete. For those that don't know, that's about 181 pounds. And I couldn't make weight. So about 2 months before the meet, speaking with my friend and my former coach, I told her, or she told me rather, to go up a weight class. And this was kind of frustrating for me because I wasn't going to be happy weighing 205. So the weight classes in the USAPL jump from 83 kilograms to 93 kilograms, which is about a 20-pound jump. And the idea was to kind of increase my calories and then just kind of go in at like a comfortable body weight, which would probably be around like 192-ish, which is where I was stuck about 2 months before the meet. So I went into it and I increased some calories and I actually started losing a couple of pounds. So I weighed in pretty light in the 93 class. I weighed in about at 85.4 kilograms, which is about 188 and change. But I was going in completely hydrated, on great rest, eating the day before, all the stuff I hadn't done in other meets. So I'll include some of the footage from the meet, some from my Mama Dukes, who put together some video from this camera, and then also my friend Greg, who taped from the side during the attempts.
Come on, baby, you can do this. Got this. Yep. You're a champion.
Smooth. That is good.
You could do this, Robbie. You could do this, baby. You got this, Rob. You got this, Rob. You got this. Up, up, up!
All right, what did the referee say? Getting awfully close to 500 pounds. Sykes and Farino, last two lifters. 479 on the
like
bar.
Like a feather, like a feather. Breathe, breathe. Like a feather it is. Like a feather. Like a feather. Do it, Robbie. You got it. You got it. You got it. Up! 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 Yes!
Is good! Four on the bar for Sykes.
Oh yeah.
Got this, Rob. Beautiful, Rob, beautiful.
Give a round of applause. He rips that. Sykes, 463.
Beautiful, Rob. Breathe, Robbie, breathe.
All right, come on, give a round of applause for that effort.
Yes.
Look at those tree trunks, look at that.
Overall, pretty good meet. Some PRs and some kind of craziness at the end here. So South Brooklyn Weightlifting Club does an amazing job at putting together meets that run on time, quickly, and efficiently. I've gone and done other meets where they've been 12, 14 hours long because they don't put the right flights together. They don't have a morning and an afternoon session. They kind of jam-pack it all together. I did one meet in a USPA federation. I didn't really like it. 12-hour long meet, drove 3 hours to get there. Just a mess. So with this meet, before coming in for the 93 class, I had some very high goals with online coaching through Chad Wesley Smith. That didn't pan out, but I did have some solid goals over the course of 7 months of training. If you've ever come to this page, I have a bunch of like training videos that I was sending out to Chad. You can check those out. They're pretty short. So my first attempt was about 418 and a half, about almost 419. And I smoked that. Of my 3 lifts, my squat's probably my best. I'm kind of short. I have big legs. Squats are fairly comfortable for me. So I did 418 and a half pretty quickly, easily. My next scheduled jump was anywhere between 445 and 463. My previous best at a meet was 463, but I hit 475 in training. So I jumped right to my previous PR at a meet of 463. Went up pretty easily. So the goal was then to either go 480 or 485. 480 was actually 479 and a half. So I went with the safer number. I went 479 and a half because that would be about 4 pounds more than I've ever done in the meet. And I had some peaking issues with Chad's programming where he had attempted to peak me 1 week earlier than my meet. So he thought my meet was the 13th, not the 6th. So I wound up peaking earlier than I wanted to, which kind of set me back a little bit. I would have hit 485 in training on my last big heavy day, but he had me thinking my meet was 1 week later. So I went into 479 and a half. Went up pretty easily. I think I had about maybe 5 or 6 pounds left in me, so I probably could have hit the 485. but I'm glad I didn't because I had to save it for the rest of the meet. Now, if you haven't done a meet ever before, one of the cool things at a well-run meet is they have the list of all the competitors all at one time, and you can kind of see where you're projected to place. So early on, based on my squat, bench, and deadlift, first attempts I was projected to be about 8th out of 22 people, but I got better, so that was awesome. So after my squat, I was probably in about 6th place overall. I had the best squat of the 93 kilo guys. Someone attempted 479.5 and bombed it pretty badly. And of course, I weighed probably one of the lightest in the 93 class, so that definitely helped with getting me in a higher place. So going into my bench is pretty weak for me. Still trying to figure out technique, arching more, width on the bar, things like that. So I wound up going pretty light with my first attempt, 242.5, and it felt like nothing on the bar. So awesome start. 4 for 4 right now. I'm not a big fan of the 9 for 9 thing that a lot of people talk about. Maybe I'll write something about that or do a vlog on that too. I went into my second attempt, which was something that I hit pretty easily in training a few singles at 265. So for the kilo breakdown, it came out to 264.5. Hit it very easily. So I went to the next number, which I've never hit in training, and I failed multiple times during my programming, 275. So I unracked the bar. I feel pretty good. I like to have my breath already in when I'm taking the bar out of the rack, even with a spotter, so that I'm staying tight the whole time. I get the call, it hits my chest, I get the press command, and the bar doesn't move at all. All the air is out of me. I got loose, so I missed the attempt completely. They revved the bar, 3 reds, obviously. So I'm still 5 out of 6 at this point. Still about 6th place, 7th place overall. I went into deadlifts, same thing. My deadlifts and my squats are pretty much exactly the same at this point. So I went into my first attempt, 418. Gino was the MC for this, so if you guys know Gino, he's super animated, super awesome. He sees that I smoke 418, makes a comment that there's nothing on the bar. Awesome. So then we go into my second attempt, same thing, 463 was my best. Hit 475 in training, but I wanted to kind of tie my meet best at my second attempts at this meet. So I went ahead and did that, and easily again. So now, for anyone who doesn't know, I don't know if this is like this in other federations, but in the USAPL, you're allowed to change your third deadlift attempt up to 2 times before you go. So you can kind of like scoreboard watch a little bit in like, nationals, things like that, bigger competitions. You'll see people wait until the person that's beating them, what they put down, and then they'll go ahead and maybe add 2.5 kilos to it to solidify the position, or depending on if you're close in body weight, you may do the same attempt because you'll win on overall body weight. So the person who lifted after me, their first attempt was 496 pounds, and they did it easily. On their second attempt, so my second attempt was 463. Their second attempt was 534. They missed it completely, didn't even get the bar off the ground. So they can't actually go less than that on their third attempt. So I was talking to the owner of South Brooklyn Weightlifting Club, and he was like, listen, Rob, you're in 5th place now. You can jump to 3rd if you hit 496 on your third attempt. I had not been planning to hit 496. My plan was to hit 485. Take a 10-pound all-time PR, be happy with it, and move on. But hitting that would only put me in 4th and like total possible spot, and I had an opportunity to take a podium position. I started thinking about it. Paulie was kind of like, there's no chance that he's really going to hit 534. His second attempt looked awful, so he was going to reattempt that. So he's like, if you tie him, you weigh significantly less than him, you'll take 3rd place. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. 496 comes up. I get the bar. It comes off way off super fast off the ground. and I wound up missing the lockout. The bar gets stuck about a little bit below waist high, and I couldn't get my hips forward without the bar starting to fall out of my hands. And being fearful that I was going to hitch the weight, I kind of ran out of steam and dropped the bar, 3 reds. So I wound up finishing with a 480 squat, 264.5 bench, and a 463 deadlift, which is a little less than my best deadlift. My Wilks came out to be about 359.5, almost 360. For the next meet, I'll definitely go back down a weight class, and I'll probably compete at this place again because it's so well run. I highly recommend checking it out. If you guys have any questions or comments, please just add them down below. And I hope you guys like my first vlog, and hopefully many more to come. See you later. Bye.